Good morning, Year 5. So today we are looking at telling the time. Now you would have covered this in Year 4 last year, but with everything that went on, there was bits and bats that you guys will have missed out on. So we are going to focus on those this week. Now if you are already 100% on telling the time and knowing how to read analog and digital, don't worry. This is just to keep us practicing this week. So you might find some of it quite easy this week. Okay, this is just to make sure we have a secure understanding of telling the time. So the first things that I've got here are 2 questions. You could do a little bit of research and write me a little sentence explaining what they mean for me. And then when you post it onto Dojo, I can see what you have researched and found out. So what does the word analog mean? And what makes an analog clock different to a digital clock? Okay. As I said, when you post it on Dojo, I'll be able to see that you have found out what those 2 answers could be. So you're going to see this a lot this week, this picture, and it's for us to reference throughout the week so we know 100% that we can get correct answers. Okay? So, as you can see, around the side we have our 5-minute intervals. Okay? We go clockwise, so we go this way, and when we move around the clock, when the hands move around the clock, once it goes from 12 to 6, they are all past. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all past. So you got 5 past, 10 past, quarter past or 15 minutes past, 20 past, 25 past, and then 30 minutes past or half past, because it's halfway round the clock. Then when we go back upwards from our 6 to the 12, it turns into 2. So we have 25 to, 22, 15 minutes to or quarter to, 10 to, and 5 to. Okay, there are 60 minutes in a whole hour. And when we count round, you can count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and then back to 60. Okay, so keep those facts in mind and we'll keep cropping up this week to help you get through those as well. So, quick reminder, o'clock are on the hour. So this analog clock here shows the time 3 o'clock because the long hand is pointing to the 12 and the short hand is pointing to the 3. So the long hand signifies that it is o'clock and on the hour, and this tells us the hour here as well. So we have 3 o'clock. There are also 60 minutes in an hour, as we've just previously mentioned. Keep those in mind. Then half past, our long hand points towards the 6, indicating the half past or 30 minutes past, as we've just looked at on the previous clock. Now here, it is in between the 9 and 10. It's not quite at the 10 yet, so it still is classed as the 9. So the time is 9:30, okay? So can you write task 1 down on your sheet for me first? And you might whiz through these if you are confident. I want you to tell me what the time is on these 4 clocks. Okay? Pause the video and off you go. Brilliant. Let's move on to quarter past and quarter to then. So at the 3, that signifies quarter past or 15 minutes past. This clock here shows us quarter past 10 because the long hand is at quarter past and it's just past the 10, so it signifies quarter past 10. Okay? Then, as I said, when we get to the 6, it shows half past, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 all show 2. So number 9 on our clock is mainly known as quarter to as well. Okay, so or 15 minutes to, because there are 15 minutes passing at each quarter of our clock. So this one shows quarter to 10 because it's not quite at the 10 just yet. Our long hand is on the quarter to and our short hand is nearly at the 10. So it shows quarter to 10 or 15 minutes to 10. So you guessed it. Task 2 is to show me your understanding of quarter past and quarter to. Okay? Pause the video, have a go, and again, if you whiz through, absolutely brill. Perfect, well done. Then we're going to move on to task 3. So can you write task 3? And this is a mixture of o'clock, quarter past, quarter to, and half past. And I want you to tell me which time is being displayed of these clocks, okay? Let's move on to some worded problems, as we are all superstars at these. So I'm going to read the first one for you, and then you're going to have a go at number 2 and number 3 independently. So, the races always start at quarter past the hour. Amar and Anita want to watch the next race. Amar thinks the race is about to start. He says, the time is 1:45. The race is starting. Whereas Anita says, no, it's 1:15. The race starts now. Who is right? Explain. So when you explain, you need to be using our STEM sentences, and if you use one of those, there will be extra dojos up for grabs, because that is what we should be using in our answers for Year 5 explanation and reasoning. So here is the clock that they are looking at, okay? You need to tell me who is right, okay? Same again for number 2 and same again for number 3. So pause the video and have a go at those for me. Then I have, just to finish us off, I would like you to create your own time problem similar to one of these that you've just seen, and see if you can test your parent, sibling, see if you can test your friend. You could post them to each other, post them on Dojo. Those of you that are in school, you could pass it to your friend and switch papers to see if they can answer your time problem. I've just put some reminders on there for you as well about how many minutes are in an hour, how many minutes are half past, and how many minutes are a quarter of an hour. Okay? Good luck, and as I said, this week might be easy for some of you, but some of you, this is just a good recap to make sure that we are confident at telling the time.